Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Terrifying Tuesday, and I am back at you with another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day, such as I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, directors, runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for a trailer if you decide to check that out. And then also, if you want to help support Matt's Movie Mania, you can toss me a couple of bucks. Now that I got all that said, mind, and all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's came out back in 2019. It is the third and final installment in the Sex, Lies, and Depravity trilogy. It is really, really good in my opinion. I'll scooch that down just a pinch. There we go. Like I said, 2019. It runs at an hour and 36 minutes. It's called This Last Sex, Lies, and Depravity. It's got Wade Radford coming back again, reprising his role as Ethan Price. You got a slew of new faces in there, including Martin Payne, and I liked Ethan's new boyfriend Matthew. He was a nice guy. Yet another lost soul that gets sucked into the life of Ethan and gets spit up or chewed up and spit out in the process. Now, what exactly is this one about? Well, this one starts again. It gives you a recap of what happened in the first and the second one, in case you have not watched those two, which I highly recommend all three of them. I think all three are fantastic films, but it starts off with a recap of that, and then it goes into 8 years later, which is now Ethan is with a new guy. Like I said, his name's Matthew. Kyle is no longer around. You find out that Kyle has committed suicide because there is a nasty lady that goes around and spews out a bunch of rhetoric about the life and crimes of both Jake and Ethan, and the story throughout the three films. So you find out about that. Ethan is now kind of a vigilante type. He is definitely got that gray area anti-hero thing going. He's him and his new partner Ryder are basically going around beating up and taking care of rapists and just bad people in the world that they come across, or bad people that they know that are out there. Hey guys, come on. Sorry, my cats are fighting in the background. I'm gonna just do that. It stopped it. What can I say? But anyways, my cats they can be temperamental. If you know anything about felines, how they are. Yikes. But anyways, back to the story at hand. It's 8 years later, and then you meet his new boyfriend Matthew. You find out about Kyle, which I already said. And then you find out things about Matthew, like his mom is all about being inclusive into his life and bringing him into her life as well, except the father, played by none other than one of my UK faves of all time, or at least of modern times, Martin W. Payne, who plays Matthew's father. But Martin is his character's name is Alistair, and Alistair is a real a-hole. You know, he's a real jerk. He treats Matthew like pure trash, and all he wants to do is make fun of him and his lifestyle and his life choices. The fact that he works at a restaurant and this and that. The guy is just a really unlikable character. You know, you just really want him to get his comeuppance. And there is a epic showdown between Ethan and Alistair that is just one for the books. It's really good. They both did a fantastic job acting together and bouncing their lines off of each other and playing that verbal ping pong that we all know and love in a good film. And they really do a shot for shot, like, oh yeah, well, you know, at least I'm not this, or I'm not scared of you, or, you know, things like that. And it has a very wild outcome that you do see coming, but it's very interesting how it goes down. Now, other things that happen, like I said, both Ryder and Ethan are this like duo of justice do-gooders now. Ever since the whole Jake episode between the first and the second film, Ethan has made it a kind of a vendetta against everybody in society that is not a good person, but that is deemed only in their eyes. You know, I mean, they choose who's good and bad. You know, essentially, it's not quite Boondock Saints level of vengeance and vendetta, but it's really good, and you kind of like seeing some of these people get their comeuppance. The only one that I was kind of like really was the woman reporter that was about to drop major bombshells. They could have gone without beating the hell out of her, but you know, it worked. It made Ryder look like, oops, yeah, I just spoiled that. It made Ryder look like an even more villainous type of person. You know, it really made him very unlikable, you know. And that's one thing Jason's great at, Jason Impey. He's great at making characters that you don't like, and he knows how to play off of that, and I really am a huge fan of his films. Now, on to the three things that I love my movies to me. First is audio. It is very good in here. You know, once I turned up the volume a little bit, like I could understand what they're saying in every scene. There's never a moment where there's any kind of background interference or any static or backfeed, or just even overall sounds from the background flooding into the overall filming. It's really crisp, cool, and clean, as I like to say. It has nothing really wrong with it on that aspect. It's all positive. And then on to the dialogue. The dialogue is, like I said, it's like a game of chess, and everybody is bringing their A game to this battle, and you're seeing rooks take knights and knights take queens, and it's just it's an impressive slew of words and dialogue that you have going on with this, and I think it's one of Jason's most polished films, in my opinion, next to Terrorize. Terrorize is extremely polished, but I really, really recommend it. So I'm going to give it an A plus on dialogue. Editing is very good. Jason is a very accomplished editor. He doesn't overstay the welcome with this one. I think it runs at a good time. I think it was an hour and 36 minutes, if memory serves me correctly. I think that is, like my ideal length of a movie. So I'm going to give it an A on that. Now on to the final score of 1 through 5. This thing's going to get a 4 out of 5. It is above average. I think it is a great, perfect way to end the series. Although I absolutely love the Ethan character. I think he is one of the most captivating characters in a drama that I've seen from overseas in a long time. So I really, really enjoy this entire trilogy. I highly recommend you, if you get an opportunity to check it out, do yourself a really huge favor and do that. Alright guys, love your faces. I'm going to try to get 3 more reviews out this week. This was supposed to be for yesterday, but scheduling and everything just was not working out. But I'm going to try to get 3 more reviews out this week. If not, look for 2 others for sure. As always, I love your faces. Peace.